One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy T, back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions defense. We're getting so much talk about Jameson Williams getting hurt, pulling his hamstring. Amon-Ra St. Brown hurting his leg. Let's knock it off with the offense. The offense is just going to be as fine as they were last year. You have a solid offensive line. You got better backfield. You got a weapon at tight end, and your wide receivers that aren't your 1 and 2 are very solid. They're reliable. Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones, Khalif Raymond, and some of the guys that are competing for the team that are going to make the team. We're in good hands, so relax on the offense a little bit and relax on Jameson Williams. I'm so sick of everyone talking about, oh, he's a bust. He's already out for the first 6 weeks of the season, so what's the matter with a hamstring injury? He's going to be out for a couple weeks. Who cares? We'll be fine. When he comes back, watch him ball out. I'm so excited for Jameson, and we'll get to that in a whole nother video, but let's talk about this Detroit Lions defense, man. This is what I'm super pumped about. And no, I don't think we're going to be a top 5 defense, and no, I don't think we're going to be a top 10 defense, but I think we're going to go from where we were in the top 20, like bottom half of the league, bottom 5 of the league. I think we're going to go to at least 15. I think we're going to be a top 15 defense. I really believe that. Why do I believe that the Detroit Lions defense will be top 15? Because the attitude of the defensive line. It came out during Aiden Hutchinson's press conference the other day where he was talking about the defensive line and how they seem a lot better, a lot more faster. Last year he said, we're just all hungry to go hit somebody. Everybody's attitude on this defensive line takes on the mentality of Dan Campbell. When Dan Campbell was introduced as our head coach, what did he say? We're going to keep coming after you, and we're going to keep busting your kneecaps. If you're going to knock this down, we're going to get back up and we're going to take another kneecap. That's what every player on that defensive line resembles, that mentality, and that is so big. And that's why when you were watching this team at the latter half of the season last year, when we went 8-2 in the final 10 games, besides the Carolina game, we were kind of messing teams up on defense. We shut down Saquon. That Minnesota game, we made some stands at the goal line. Like, our defense was turning up towards the end of that season, end of the season last year. And I'm super pumped for this defense line. James Houston's got a chip on his shoulder because he's got Charles Harris starting over him. Aiden Hutchinson, we already know he's going to ball. Charles Harris is going to be coming off that injury. You know, he's coming to prove something. Romeo Okwara, Julian Okwara, they got sacks the other day. That defensive line is just full of hungry dudes, and that's something I'm very pumped about. And now let's talk about the linebacker core. Why am I so pumped about the linebacker core? Because you saw Jack Campbell last week in that preseason game. He made 5 tackles, and he made some impact tackles. And once he starts understanding the NFL speed a little bit, once he starts dissecting plays a little bit, man, we got ourselves a stud, and I'm so pumped to watch him turn into the linebacker that he's going to be. And we got Anzalone, who, if you think about it, had his best season of his career last year, and he was turning up in those last 10 games. And then you got Derek Barnes, who I'm hearing is having a pretty good camp. On the defensive line, I want to talk about some players too I forgot to mention. Broderick Martin, Levi Onwuzurike. Those are names I really want you guys to pay attention to. Just pay attention to this year. Broderick Martin, we are all heard that he's having a good camp. And then you got Onwuzurike, who's coming off that injury. If he can stay healthy, he's got a chip on his shoulder. This is what I'm pumped about. Everyone on that front 7 has a chip on their shoulder, and the linebacker core, man, they're awesome dogs. They're getting coached by Kelvin Shepard. This defense is pumping me up, and the player I'm most excited to watch this upcoming season with this Detroit Lions defense is Brian Branch. We all are pumped to see Brian Branch, but what I'm hearing out of camp, what you hear out of Brad Holmes the other day, where he's just taking off in camp. And you know, when he was coming out of college, who I compared him to, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Now we got him on the same team, and they can be on the same field at the same time. That's 2 hybrid safeties that are just flying all over the field, that are sure tacklers. I'm so pumped for those 2. And you know what's awesome about Brian Branch possibly even starting or being on the starting defense is he's going to take Tracy Walker's spot. Now that it's awesome he's taking Tracy Walker's spot, what I'm trying to get at is you got depth all over the secondary. You got depth all over the field with the linebacker. You got Rodrigo. You got Derek Barnes. You got Jack Campbell. You got Alex Anzalone. Those are some ballers that you got as depth. I'm so pumped. This is the most talented this defense has been in my whole fandom. So there's no reason for this defense to be in the bottom half of the league. I'm expecting at least top 15 defense this year, or in the late teens. If you can get in the late teens or be a top 15 defense, and then your offense is top 5 like it was last year, the sky's the limit for this team, and we can do some damage. But it's up to this team how much effort they want to put in. It's all about not about how excited I am. So with that being said, that's why I'm excited for the Detroit Lions defense. If you want to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, do what you got to do to help this channel grow. It's your boy T signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.